feeling way too crispy. Say she feeling way too tipsy. Tell your chick to come and get me. Tell your chick to come and get me. When I leave, she leaving. Yeah, when we leave, she leaving with me. Yeah, I'm toasting grams just like a frisbee. All this seed, I'm looking crispy. Heat on me will leave him crispy. She seduced me like a gypsy. Told her how to work it, now she missy. Calling like she miss me. But when I'm on the road, she wanna diss me.
What's up, y'all? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? It's your girl Zeze back with another motherfucking vid. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Turn on the notification bell. Give my shit a thumbs up. Share this video. All that shit. Okay, so today's video will be about cancel culture. Yes, the culture of canceling motherfuckers. So yeah, that's what today's video is going to be about. I wanted to do this video because, I mean, it's kind of been happening since like 2018, I think maybe 2017-ish. But people have been canceling motherfuckers like all the goddamn time. Like, I mean, Cardi B just now got canceled. Goddamn, Jesse Smollett got canceled. Like, it's a bunch of people just getting canceled. And I just wanted to point out some of the problems I see within cancel culture that people are practicing. And why it's kind of just not a fucking good thing, to be honest. Why I just really don't fuck with cancel culture. The first thing I want to go with is sensitivity. That's a big thing within cancel culture. Like, this whole PC, PC culture as well that we have going on kind of goes hand in hand with cancel culture because the culture is so PC, politically correct, if y'all know what PC is. It goes, I mean, it allows people to fucking cancel people so fucking easily, you know what I'm saying, if you're going outside of that PC culture. And so I say that because people are so fucking sensitive, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people that's being canceled or that have been canceled are canceled for dumbass reasons, or they canceled just because people are just taking shit too literal, too seriously, and not able to just take tough love or, you know what I'm saying, or criticism, especially when it comes to people like comedians, you know what I'm saying. I know Just Hilarious just got canceled, and I mean, she didn't really get canceled, but people were canceling her because of her whole her little stereotype she did with the seats on the plane. Kevin Hart got canceled because of some homophobic tweets. Like, a lot of people are getting canceled. A lot of comedians have gotten canceled as well, just because of shit they said, you know what I'm saying? People was trying to cancel D.L. Hewley for saying that Terry Crews, I mean, God didn't give him his muscles so he couldn't fight back, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these things that these comedians are getting canceled for is because they're making jokes about sensitive topics. And my problem with that is, like, comedians usually get their best work from sensitive subjects. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the best times one of their most funniest times is when they're talking about some sensitive shit. You know what I'm saying? And one of the best ways to even get through shit or to talk about something, get a person to talk about it or to heal from it, is to laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with myself, like, me and my brothers and sisters done been through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? We're growing up and shit like that. But even when we was going through it and now, you know what I'm saying, then and now, we was always able to find a way to laugh about the shit. You know what I'm saying? We just told y'all before my father did drugs, so of course, we got some fucking stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? But even in the situations where he was doing some crazy shit, or even in the situation where he was doing some crazy shit, we was able to take something comedic from what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always something funny we could find about the situation was going on, something we could fucking laugh at. You know what I'm saying? Even now, even looking back at it now, we can still find something funny. Even things that we may have not been able to find funny at the time, we can look back on it now and be like, damn, like, yeah, that shit was kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Some shit is going on. Or even in a sense of us just making fun of each other. You know what I'm saying? My brothers and sisters always made fun of me because I got a big ass fucking forehead. Mary used to snitch sometimes, so we used to call her a snitch. My older sister had bumps on her forehead. I used to have a whole rack of pimples and shit. So did my other brother. My older sister is bigger, so we used to always making fun of her about being big and shit like that. So we've always kind of had that tough love, playful tough love, should I say? You know what I'm saying? That's good. It's a good thing to have growing up to build character. And I think a lot of people are missing that shit, especially people without siblings. A lot of people don't get that type of treatment, you know what I'm saying, to kind of toughen them up when they're older. So that when you hear shit, outside of people to say something about you outside of your family. Here, I'm saying, talk about your daddy being on crack, or talk about your pimples, or your weight, or your big ass forehead, or whatever the fucking case may be. You already are kind of, you know what I'm saying? You've already kind of grown out of being sensitive about it because you've heard all the jokes before. You've heard all the shit talking before from people you love. You know what I'm saying? And you know that it's not coming from an ill intent. Like, it's not coming from a bad place, from a place of hatred or anything like that. It's coming from a place of love. It's just tough love. You know what I'm saying? It's to toughen your ass up. And I really think society is really missing that. Like, at the end of the day, you should always be able to, you know what I'm saying, find a way to get a smile or a laugh about something you've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying everything. You know what I'm saying? There's some things you really just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like rape, molestation. Like, it's some shit that, you know what I'm saying, that obviously you just, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to look back on and be like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard for you to find something funny in that. But for the most part, if you've healed from it, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you've already gone through it, you've healed from it, you learned from it, you're going to be able to find something that's funny within that situation. You know what I'm saying? Just like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart talks about his dad was on drugs, how his mother's funeral didn't go well, how his son was doing some gay shit. He even went as far as taking it as talking about Superman, like, raping his son and some shit like that, which was, you know what I'm saying? But it was still funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took all of that pain, all of those experiences he went through, and found a way to flip it in a funny way, to express himself, to tell his story in a funny ass way, in a relatable way at that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's talking about his fucking self, and other people, even I can say, you know what I'm saying, I've been to a funeral where it was like, you know what I'm saying, didn't go as planned, some shit that happened, and at the time, I didn't think the shit was funny at all, I thought it was fucked up, but now I'm looking back at it like, damn, that shit was kind of funny, what happened in that situation, you know what I'm saying? So, he's a good example of being able to do that, you know what I'm saying, being able to look back on past situations and laugh at certain shit, even though at the time it may have not been funny, you know what I'm saying, like, with him talking about his father taking out the shit from the damn Christmas tree. Ain't gonna be no goddamn Christmas tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the time, as a little boy, that shit probably was not funny. He was like, damn, like, this crazy ass nigga really about to ruin fucking Christmas for us. But now, looking back at it, it's like, wow, this crazy ass nigga was really trying to ruin Christmas. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? So, being able to laugh at shit really takes the harshness off of subjects. You know what I'm saying? Taking the harshness off of some subjects. And like I said, comedians usually get that best work. That fucking stand-up, he was talking about his father, his crackhead ass father, Kevin Hart, that was one of his best fucking stand-ups. That shit was fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people have to learn how to fucking laugh about shit. People take shit way too seriously and take shit to heart nowadays when they really shouldn't. Let it be funny and let it just be that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be as deep as he was trying to offend anybody, or he's trying to, you know what I'm saying? He's homophobic, or she's a bigot, or whatever the fucking case may be. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to always label people these things just because they're joking about something that you might not seem as funny, but other people might. And I've heard comedians, and not only just comedians, but other celebrities even come out and say, like, at this point, the culture is so PC, the culture is so sensitive now. People, today's society is just so sensitive now that people are scared to come out and speak on certain topics, like, literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are really scared to even come out and just speak on shit because they're scared of being canceled. They're scared of being labeled a bigot of some sort, or their opinion being labeled as invalid because it's an unpopular opinion. A lot of celebrities are really scared to fucking talk about shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Are really scared to come out and speak on certain subject or certain topics because people are so quick to cancel people nowadays. Are so fucking quick to talk about, quick to cancel somebody nowadays instead of wanting to debate with them, wanting to figure out why they think that. You know what I'm saying? Or explain. You know, give them a chance to explain why they think what they think. Even with that, like, even if you do label someone homophobe, a racist, a sexist, a misogynist, whatever the fucking case may be, this cancel culture has got people thinking that just because you are that, you don't have a valid opinion. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't have your stance on something is incorrect because you're a racist, because you're this, because you're that. When that's not necessarily the truth. Like, you can be a racist but still have a legitimate ass point, you know? And you know what? I seen this video of this white boy really breaking this shit, of really kind of breaking this shit down. You know what I'm saying? Of giving a really good example of
against affirmative action, and I think that it actually has a negative impact on the end on the back end, where the student is trying to get employment, then the premises that I would use are as follows. Premise number 1, black students are given entry into universities where they have not achieved the merit that other students have achieved. Premise number 2, because affirmative action exists, professors of black students may either lower their standards or just pass the black students on so that they, the professor, doesn't seem like they are biased against them. Premise number 3, employers are aware that a population of the black students is coming out of universities, graduating with degrees that they may have not merited in an equal way to other black students or to other ethnicities, white, Hispanic, and Asian. With those 3 premises, I might come to the conclusion that an employer may bias their hiring practices against recent black graduates because there may be a disparity in the capability of those black graduates, whereas there isn't likely to be that disparity between the white students. And so, being a business person, I want the biggest bang for my buck. I want to pay the person who's best for the job. And if affirmative action got students through the university process, even though they didn't merit it along with their peers, then I might be hiring someone who's less capable but has the same degree. Now, I'm not saying that's the best argument against affirmative action or that affirmative action isn't necessary or anything else. This is just as an example. But here's where the problem comes in. Bigoteers would say that my 3 premises are invalid, that I'm not being honest about the reasons I've come to the conclusion I've come to. That in reality, I'm racist, therefore I don't think affirmative action works. You see how that works?
So yeah, he's basically saying, and I'm not saying I agree with the affirmative action. He was just using that as an example. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody actually has statistics or somebody has read into this affirmative action in colleges, it's like he's saying, it says like, yeah, well, more colleges did maybe he did a poll with some professors, or read something about a poll with some professors passing along black students, whatever the case may be. Like, he has some legitimacy to his argument. You know what I'm saying? Although you can say you're racist just because you think affirmative action is a bad thing on the back end for people getting jobs, for students coming out of college and getting jobs. You're a racist for thinking that. Now you could say that, but does that really invalidate his fucking argument? No, it doesn't. It doesn't really. You can't really say it's invalid or it's incorrect if he has facts behind it, or he has some research he's done behind it that says, okay, well, this is, what I'm saying, this is what I think, you know what I'm saying, and here's some research behind it of why I think that, you know what I'm saying, this is why I got to this conclusion, you know what I'm saying. It might not be correct, it might not be 100% correct, but it doesn't mean that his opinion is invalid just because, or that he's even a racist just because he thinks that, you know what I'm saying. And like I said, even if he is actually a racist, like outside, he has other ideas outside of this that he actually is a racist, or he does other things, it doesn't mean that opinion was invalid, you know what I'm saying. Everybody likes to do that, like, oh yeah, you're just fucking, what the fuck you say, it doesn't matter because you're racist, because you're this, because you're that, you know what I'm saying. Like, when in actuality, it doesn't mean that your opinion on everything is invalid. Some shit may still make sense and still be correct. You know, I do think on the other hand of that, like on the other side of that, people who talk about things people who talk about things that they are very ignorant to do have invalid opinions. I do think that. I do think your opinion is invalid if you're talking about some shit that you really don't know, that you really don't have any knowledge of. Like, because I seen this video of a white girl talking about how she doesn't like social justice warriors because they like to pretty much it's kind of like what I'm talking about. They like to pretty much cancel anyone that doesn't agree with them or doesn't have the same opinion as them. You know what I'm saying? Like she was saying, she made an example herself, which is why she made an example herself that said about herself saying like, yeah, well, it's just like if I say I don't like Islam, how I think it's not a peaceful religion, and how I think like wearing hijabs and shit like that is like a terrible thing to do. And SWJ, a social justice warrior, would say, oh, well, you're just a fucking racist and your white privilege doesn't give you the opportunity to understand the religion and all this other shit. Now that argument is illegitimate to me. It's illegitimate to me on both sides, because white privilege has nothing to do with you being able to learn about a fucking religion or about another culture. They don't go fucking hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Like you can still learn about a fucking culture or learn about a religion even if you're fucking white. It really doesn't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? So, but then on her side, I don't really think that's, if that's what SJWs are doing, I think that's wrong. But I don't think that's what all social justice warriors are doing or saying. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more so, I would hope it's more so saying, you can't say that about Islam because you obviously don't know Islam. You know what I'm saying? As a person who grew up as a Muslim, you know what I'm saying, who was raised in Islam, I can say myself, Islam is a peaceful religion for the most part. Now, of course, you do have extremists, of course, you know what I'm saying? But you have extremists on all sides, well, not going to say all sides of religion, but damn near all sides of religion. You know what I'm saying? You have extremists in Christians. Let's not forget KKKs were fucking Christians. These niggas was burning fucking crosses. These motherfuckers was Christians, so-called Christians as well. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just say, oh, well, yeah, Islam is just not a peaceful religion, but that's just a damn lie. You know what I'm saying? That's just really just a false statement for real. It's really a false statement. You can't practice Islam and not be peaceful. Like, one of the main themes of the religion is being peaceful. You know what I mean? Like, of course they have the NWI. Like, I grew up in the Nation of Islam. And of course they have the FOI. You know what I'm saying? Which is like which is kind of like their soldiers, like the men of the soldiers. You know what I'm saying? But that's because if something ever would have happened, they're gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean they're not peaceful. That just means, nigga, if something happened, they on site with it. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna be ready. They training their men to be ready on site if some shit go down. You know what I'm saying? So that's not peaceful to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just being prepared. That has nothing to do with not being peaceful. That's just being prepared. But they are very peaceful people. You know what I'm saying? Even look at Farrakhan. The leader of the Nation of Islam right now, he's a very peaceful man. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's telling people to go out and riot or revolt or, you know what I'm saying, go burn down white neighborhoods or those wild shit like that. If that was the case, niggas would have been doing that shit. He been the leader of the Nation of Islam for years now. I don't even know how many fucking years, but years. Multiple fucking years. I want to say like 20 plus years, some wild shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a very ignorant statement within itself. So no, it's not that you can't speak on Islam or say that Islam isn't peaceful. Say your opinion on Islam because of your white privilege or because you're an atheist. She also said that because I'm an atheist. It's because you just don't know shit about Islam, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's very obvious that you don't know shit about Islam if you think that if you could just make that blatant statement that Islam is just not peaceful when that's just not the fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. When people talk about things that they don't have any business talking about because they don't have any knowledge of, that's when you get an invalid point. That's when I feel like not you should be canceled, but you should just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Apologize for your ignorant ass statement and then go learn about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Go educate yourself, and then maybe you can speak on it. Then maybe you can say something about it. Then I'll take your opinion seriously because now you actually now you're actually knowledgeable of what the fuck you're talking about. But I'm not going to take your opinion seriously if you don't know, if you don't have no clue, or you're not even indulged in the culture of in some way. You know what I'm saying? That I can say that you have a slight understanding of what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Another good example of that is like Michael Rappaport, who always feels the need to talk about something going on in hip-hop or something going on in black culture. It's like, you know what I'm saying? What gives you the right? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck do you know that you think you can go ahead and just start talking about shit that's going on in our society, like in our community? You have no fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know shit about us. And I say that because I just seen him talking about Kodak. And he was saying like, yeah, he has no vernacular. You can't rap. You have no flow. If you wasn't rapping, you be working for UPS. And so that's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, Kodak. Okay, you can say what the fuck you want about Kodak, but you can't say this nigga can't rap at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just from that statement right there, it's like shows me how ignorant you are. Like, You talking about he has no flow? What? Kodak ain't got no flow. Kodak ain't got no fucking, can't rap. Kodak ain't got no vernacular. Like, bitch, like, you really sound ignorant as fuck saying that. You know what I'm saying? Kodak is one of the best rappers out right now. Like, you're fucking bugging the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? You can say what the fuck you want about him, but he's ignorant. He's a colorist. He's self-hating. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking coon for saying that shit about Gucci. You can say a lot of shit about him, but you can't sit up here and just deny his fucking skills. Like, the nigga can rap, especially even if you want to go back to old Kodak, because I believe old Kodak was better. It's better than a new Kodak. But even if you want to go back to old Kodak, you can't just disregard all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? All of his old mixtape, all his old music. All of that shit was fire, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? This nigga could rap like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here talking about this nigga can't rap. And then even it was really showing his covert racism that he has, because it's like, what do you mean he will work for UPS? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Do you know anything about this man? Do you know what his educational level is like? Do you know what knowledge he has? You don't know. You know what I'm saying? He could be a fucking lawyer. He could be a professor. He could be a lawyer. He could be a doctor. He could be a judge. You don't know what the fuck he could be if he wasn't rapping. What his aspiration would be if he was not rapping. Like, so for you to just say that it was really on some racist shit, to be honest. Like, what the fuck do you mean? You know what I'm saying? That he'd be working for UPS. Like, do you really think that little of him just because he can't rap? You think he can't rap? You think that little of him that he couldn't do anything else outside of rap? That's bullshit. I'm sorry. There's a lot of rappers who do shit outside of rap. You got P. Diddy, Master P, Jay-Z, fucking Lil Wayne, it's a lot of people who do shit out. Lil Wayne got a whole fucking degree. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, Master P, all these other niggas, they own multiple businesses outside of just rapping. Like, they don't only just rap, they own multiple fucking businesses. They don't even need rap. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have even needed their rap career to be where they at now. They could have still built the businesses they had and been just as wealthy as they are now. Maybe not as famous, but they would have been just as wealthy as they fucking are now. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? For you to just say that, it's just like, that's some ignorant ass shit to say. And for you, I don't think you should be talking about anything that has to do with hip-hop artists or black culture, because you know nothing about it. So along with this cancel culture shit, it's like, people are very selective in who they want to cancel. It's like, you can do this, but you can't do that. You're canceled for this, but you're not canceled for this, even though you did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are very selective, and it's because this cancel culture shit is really pushed by mainstream. You know what I'm saying? By like mainstream media. That's really pushed by that canceling people for that. And they may not even use the word cancel, but they'll paint this picture of a person that's so bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, you need to stop listening to that music. Oh yeah, you need to stop supporting them. Oh yeah, you need to stop doing this. It's basically giving you the idea of canceling. So then when it falls into Instagram, it falls into YouTube and Twitter and all this other shit, they're automatically counted as canceled because mainstream media has pushed this image on you to make you think this person needs to be fucking canceled, basically. It's just like how people are trying to cancel Michael Jackson for this Neverland documentary. You know what I'm saying? Like how he touched little boys, or, you know what I'm saying, all this other shit. Even though, like, the man is dead. The man is dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, let him rest in peace. Why the fuck are we digging up old shit? I didn't even watch that dumbass fucking documentary. I'm sorry. But, nigga, why the fuck are we even digging up all this other shit? Like, these niggas already had went to court for this shit. Like, what's a bunch of bullshit going on with that? They had already went to court for it. They lied. They went on trials. Like, why are we even entertaining this shit at this point? You know what I'm saying? The nigga is gone. He's dead. At this point, he's not even come back and defend himself. You know what I'm saying? So people are trying to cancel a dead man. You know what I'm saying? People are trying to cancel a dead man like he is going to come back out and start putting out new music. Like, we could really stop supporting him at this point. He's dead. Like, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? At this point, all you're doing is supporting his old shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People are trying to cancel him for that, but then they had a whole like special for Elvis the other day around the same time when they was doing the show about they showed this Elvis special, like Elvis concert tribute thing on NBC, or around the same time they trying to cancel Michael Jackson and cancel R. Kelly for this shit. When it's like, Elvis, like, what? Nigga, first of all, he married a 14-year-old. He was a cultural appropriator, and it was also on record that this nigga had actual relations with other fucking teenage girls. You know what I'm saying? His 20s and 30s is just like, this nigga was messing with teenage girls pretty much throughout his whole career. And niggas are still praising this nigga like he's the king of rock and roll, which he's not, because he's a cultural appropriator, like I said. And nobody's saying anything about the negative side of Elvis. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole tribute concert for this man. So it's like, That's selective outrage right there. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk about him, but we're gonna expose Michael Jackson, but we're not going to expose Elvis. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of bullshit is that? That's just not fair. When they're doing the same shit, like, that's just not fair. That's selective outrage, and I cannot fuck with that. If you're going to cancel somebody for something and not cancel somebody else for the exact same thing, or worse, or similar, what the fuck are we canceling? Why are we canceling? For what? You know what I'm saying? If some people are going to slip through the cracks, what is the point? Like, I really don't understand. And even when we do cancel these people, like, canceling is supposed to be you taking your support, you taking your support completely away from that person. So that includes financial, that includes online, that includes just listening. It includes that in every sense of the way of non-supporting somebody. So you're not buying their music, you're not going to the concerts, you're not supporting them in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, but when we cancel people are still going along with it. No, like, nobody's really like getting hurt from this cancel culture. Nobody's really losing anything from getting canceled, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times the people that's canceling these people are bigoteers, and that's this word I just found out about from this white boy. He made up this word or whatever that's called bigoteer, and basically it's just a person that exactly what the fuck it sounds like. It's the person that label people as bigots in the sense strictly for personal gain. That's pretty much what a bigoteer is. So labeling people bigots for strictly for the purpose of personal gain. So that's whether you getting attention, whether you're getting money from it, whether you're getting clicks from it. You know what I'm saying? It's clickbait, you're getting clicks from it, views, whatever the case may be. But you're doing it for personal gain. You're not doing it because you're actually trying to expose someone, or you're trying to really call someone out on their bullshit, whatever the case may be. You're just doing it for personal gain. And that's really what a lot of these people doing, especially if you look at YouTubers online, if you look at even mainstream media. Like I said, they'll label people homophobes, they'll label people racist, sexist, all these other things. And really a bigoteer can be like a clout chaser. A bigoteer can be a race baiter. A bigoteer can be even a social justice warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be anybody who's really just doing this shit who's really just labeling people for personal gain. And that's what happens because, like I said, since people don't like to read into shit, people don't like to do their research on people, don't like to do research on people's arguments or people's opinions or anything like that. It's like as soon as you say the wrong thing, you're automatically labeled a bigot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're automatically labeled that and then it's hard for you to change that image. Once you're labeled a racist, or you're labeled transphobic, or you're labeled homophobic, or you're labeled sexist, it's hard to stay away from that name. People are still, especially if it's like everybody calling you. If everybody's trying to call you this, trying to cancel you for being this person, it's always going to kind of follow. That name is kind of always going to follow you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to change your image from that. You know what I'm saying? People call Dr. Umar a homophobe and, you know what I'm saying, all this other shit all the time just because he comes out and speaks about the traumas and the molestation and the sexual abuse that goes on in the LGBT community that nobody really likes to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And people are calling him a homophobe, or that he's a bigot, or he's ignorant and all this other shit, when I can take his opinion seriously because he has facts behind his opinion. He's a fucking doctor. You know what I'm saying? He's worked with people who have literally told him these things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, to a point where he can say, like, yeah, the LGBT, there's a problem in the community. There's a molestation, a sexual abuse problem in the community that they're not fucking talking about, that nobody wants to really talk about. You know what I'm saying? So for him calling that out, I don't see nothing wrong with that, especially because he has facts behind his shit. You know what I'm saying? He has facts behind it. He has people supporting him that can testify, like, yeah, I agree because this happened to me. I know someone that this happened to. I did, you know what I'm saying? I did this. I know, like, he has facts, but he has proof in the pudding. So you can't sit up here and just call him a homophobe because he's speaking fucking facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and it's not in a hatred, in a hateful way or a fearful way towards the LGBT community. It's just, it's really in a loving way because he's trying to help people, to be honest. That's his main goal. He's trying to help people. So yeah, you have to be careful of these people out here, just these bigoteers and these people that's practicing this cancel culture that's really not trying to help or progress the community any further. You want to get to a point where, and it's already really gotten to a point where it's just confusion, chaos, and unfairness within it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just going to get to a point where it's like, why the fuck are we canceling him? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get so watered down with people that don't need to be canceled that's being canceled. You know what I'm saying? Or that's being labeled things, or that's being dismissed. It's going to get to a point where it's like, literally, it's a joke. Cancel culture is a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, oh, he's canceled. Oh, okay, another one. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be, and the people that really need to be canceled, or that should be marked off because they're ignorant, because they're unapologetic about their ignorant ass opinions and unapologetic, and more importantly, unwilling to learn about, you know what I'm saying, their ignorance, and to learn to educate themselves on their ignorance, that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, those people are going to just slip through. Like, it's just going to be like, oh no, he's just another one that got fucked. It's going to be pointless after a while. I already think it is fucking pointless, but it's really just going to be blatantly fucking pointless of canceling people. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to get the society so fucking sensitive, which it already kind of is. It's going to get it even more sensitive, though, that people are literally, more and more people are literally going to be scared to talk about shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to become an in-closet thing. You know what I'm saying? An in-closet, a coverted ignorance. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have more covert racists, more covert homophobes, more covert in general, because they're going to be so scared to blatantly come out with their opinion that they're like, okay, well, let me do it in a more subliminal way. Let me do it in a more shady way, so I don't look like I'm really coming off as this. You know what I'm saying? And I can kind of get past society's eyes. You know what I'm saying? I can get past society's cancel culture. I can slide by it because I'm not doing it blatantly. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just man, this cancel shit, bro. And I don't even know who started it. And I really don't even know who started it. That's another reason why I don't even fuck with it as well. It's like anything that's kind of just came out the blue, or just, you know what I'm saying, people just kind of latch on to, I don't really trust, because it's probably something that's not good for us anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, with that being said, y'all just let me know in the comments what the fuck y'all think. Do y'all think certain people should be canceled? Do y'all think cancel culture should continue? You know what I'm saying? That cancel culture is good for the society? Do you think nobody should be, that people shouldn't be canceled? The people that are getting canceled should not be canceled? Like, whatever the fuck y'all think. Y'all let me know in the goddamn comments, okay? Damn. Alright. Anyways, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Turn on the notifications bell. Give this video a thumbs up. All that shit. Other than that, that's all I got, so, alright, y'all.
In the kitchen, them cooking, they wiping their nose. Run up here thinking them sweet, got the pipe on the stove. I got a bowl with a mix that the club was on froze. I beat the block, you know how I give and I go. He got them birds, I told him just bring me a phone.